Well, I am live, and you betcha I am. Good evening, good morning, good day, good afternoon. Maybe to some of you, good night, but wherever you are, all the best, always. This is Biz to Biz with Joy, Leaders Leaving Legacies. My name is Joy Ruffen, and I work as a signature style specialist, a style and leadership consultant, speaker, executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. And you don't have to tell me that it's a lot because it is, but it's all connected. It's all aligned. It is my honor, my pleasure, and my joy to come to you every Wednesday and Tuesday night to share with you a lot of tidbits and tips and nuggets that will support you on your journey because we're all on a journey. So tonight, I thought we'd talk about this word that's been in the stratosphere for quite a while. We've all been a part of it, and it's uncanny to me, my friends. Welcome, by the way, again. How timing is everything. The title is How to Pivot Like an Expert or a Pro. And, I put warning there, but it's really not a warning. Change is in the air, and you bet it is, big time, for all of us. No matter what your belief, your higher source, your whatever might be, it is time for change. It's a time for birthing something new. And it's about blending the old with the new. And that's what we're going to talk a little bit about tonight. I'd like to start off with this particular broadcast with what I've started to do lately, and I rather like it. I hope you do as well. Quotes, because these two that I'm going to share with you, and I'll always be doing, well, not always, but most times too, they connect and they relate to what I'll be sharing with you tonight. And I hope that you are going to be able to embrace this and to take it and to share it with others. And the key here is to take this video and share it out with others. That's the base bottom line. I never, ever can say welcome enough. I'm always happy to see you here when you show up for the real, which I know is difficult for so many people. And I know that many of you watch the replay. So that said, let's start off with how to pivot like an expert or pro, because aren't most of you, if not now, in the process of becoming an expert or a pro or an influencer? Words. And what you do, I bet you are. Here's a quote that I thought would be very impactful and meaningful and that you could relate to for many reasons, because we're talking about generational. We're talking about blending the old and the new together and birthing something new. But there's a caveat there. So here's what it says, this quote. It says, the secret of change is to focus all of your energies and no fighting the old, but on building the new. Bet you like that. It's quite powerful. The secret of change is to focus all of your energies not on fighting the old, but building the new. That was said by Socrates. That's why I put in here blending the birth of the new and the old and blending together, because you see, one can't really survive and be extremely successful without bringing in a wee bit of both. The key is knowing how to do that. And here's the other quote that I want to connect you to that relates to that. It says, change the changeable. That's what we just spoke to. Accept the unchangeable. This is what I want to share. And remove yourself from the unacceptable. That was said by Dennis Waitley. They do blend. They do merge together because they're speaking and using different verbiage, but the underlying seed of what is said here is meant for all of us. Because, my friends, we are in the beginnings, and we have been in it for a while, but now it's really beginning to birth. And our assignment is to build that new birthing, that new embryo, and have it blossom into what it's to be. And that is a combination of blending the old and the new. It is generational. Everything is at some point in time. So we are being asked to shift. These are just words. to change, to pivot, to reinvent, to transform. What? Who? It all begins with us. The other day I spoke to self, S-E-L-L-F as in Frank, S-E-L-F as in Frank, self. It's time for all of us to go more and more inside of ourselves. Gather up all of that self-love, self-awareness, self-care, self-control, self-confidence. It goes on, self-assurance, because we are about making over ourselves in the best way. This is for, and this is not denigrating, I'm not being a naysayer. I'm not being judgmental about many of those who are in the masses and the huge collective, because we all are. But this adjustment that we're all about and this change that we're all about making, it's all about how we embrace our collective being and that we are individuals, and how we decipher for ourselves the differences. And before we do that, how are we going to transform ourselves? How are we about becoming the experts, the influencers, the masters of who we are and what we're here to do? How are we going to transform? Or how are we going to rise, scale, climb, and spiral up to all of the best that's within us? I don't need to say it's a journey. I don't need to say it's a process, because we know that it is. But we have to be in alignment with what was said here. Change the changeable, accept the unchangeable, and remove yourself from the unacceptable. And there's a lot of profundity in that. And the same with what Socrates said. And our assignment is to get to know that. Because what do we all seek? I don't care what generation, what ethnic group, how much education, money, beauty, body, wealth, spirituality, religion, whatever it is that you have. Most everyone seeks truth, love, and beauty. And the really high spiritual, higher source individuals, they seek integrity and honor along with those three. Embrace the three of them, because they know that that's a part of the life's journey. And how do we do that? We do that by being honest with ourselves. I have said over and over and over again, and I continue to say it, and I will always say it. When you're on this journey to learn and to spiral up and to elevate yourself up, knowing that you're not ever going to be better than anybody, but you do have a mission to rise to all the greatness within you, because as Les Brown said, everyone has it. And I do believe that. A lot of people aren't there yet, haven't awakened to it. Because our behavior, our patterns of behavior, remember that these patterns are not fated. We all have free will, a balance of that innate power within us. And why do I say that? I say that, my friends, because most, never all, like me, had a questionable upbringing. Our parents did the best they could. As you become an adult and you began to seek a higher awareness and insight into who you are, you began to quest after more knowledge, more knowing, one and the same, because you know that there's more. And in doing so, you don't deny, belittle, or push aside what was given to you, because people give you everything that they can when they are aware and when they're in the knowing. And if not, they're still giving you all that they can for what they have to offer. And that's why as we become adults, we can no longer blame. It's so easy to blame. It's so easy to make excuses and say, well, he or she and blah, blah, blah. And that only happens when the sensitivities and the insecurities are there and they're blatant and they're rising to the surface all the time, that you have to be right. Because as you begin to build and birth this new that we're all entering into, You began to want to have conversations. And this is what's missing, my friends. None of us are here to be, and most of us, even a happy senior like me, we love technology. We do love it. But we can also see how it's taking away a lot of the intimacy, a lot of the connecting one-on-one and exchanging and being compassionate and caring. All of this texting and all of the other things that we do, and some of it I love because of issues that I deal with, there comes a time when there has to be a let up there so that we can move more into the reinventing and revitalizing ourselves to get more in alignment with the new that's coming. Yet, let us not forget that the foundational base of much of the old, you can throw it away. And you know I don't use foul language, but you can throw it in the SHIT can. I do like to spell from time to time. Throw it away. But yet much of it you can keep because it's needed. And the assignment for all of us who are spiraling, elevating ourselves up, climbing upward, because we know that our leadership needs the wisdom that we bring, you know that much of that foundational stuff has to be there. So how we revitalize, reinvent, and transform ourselves and pivot into all of this new, and this goes for every generation, from that baby out of the womb up to that elder who's there getting ready to transcend. We all have to be open to possibilities that are waiting for us. We cannot allow ourselves to be unaware of all this excitement that's in the air. But yet we don't have to embrace it all. Why, my friends? Because we are not clones. For those who are scaling up and know that their leadership and their wisdom is called for, we are not here to follow the masses, which is what so many, and especially my friends, I don't like saying this, but it needs to be said. So many of us women, so many of us have been programmed and conditioned for so long that now we're in that bubble and we're just riding around in that bubble with no clue about the power of ourselves. We don't realize that we are the bedrock. And many women who really think that they know and they have it together and everything about you, head to toe, top to bottom, hair to shoot, it matters. Your language, how you speak, how you show up, when you present, when you go out to meet with people. Nobody wants perfect. No one needs perfect. But you do need that heart and soul aligned. You do need the blending of that honor and integrity so that people can sense, see, and feel it and know that you're there for them with unlimited, unconditional, infinite love. Some people can't receive it. They're just not ready. And some people can't even admit, well, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I'm wrong. You say bless them and move on. Because the beauty of this new that we're in, this pivot that we're all in the process right here and now of making, we have to be strong enough, loving enough, and courageous enough to say, I don't know. I didn't know. I made a mistake. Forgive me. So on. And when you do that, you begin to build your community. You begin to build a relationship with people so that you can have and embrace the change in the air that will benefit you and the people that you're there to serve. The team of people that I work with never cease to amaze me because everyone comes with different gifts. And that gift is know thyself. And you can only do that when you begin to embrace the truth, the love, and the beauty of you. And it begins, the seed of it begins now, if it hasn't already been embedded in you. Our patterns of behavior, our conditioning, remember, as adults, whatever that might be for you, some people become adults at 16, 17, most 18, 19, 20, 21. It's all contingent upon so many variables. But when you do, it's time to accept that there's so much more you need to know. There's so much more you have to build upon to get to the seed and the greatness in you. And my friends, never doubt Not for one moment that you don't have it in you, because you do. You do. Not everybody's going to applaud and celebrate you. There are many, and I speak to women. It applies to men too, but my assignment is for women. Many women not even realizing it. There's that jealousy, that envy, that shame that they have it. They don't know what to do, and they're not willing to go and embrace and step into a knowing that only when you begin to release, release and take away those feelings, and it's a journey and a process, are you going to be able to step into your greatness? Because all that bravado that projects it and it's not authentic, sooner than later it's going to bite you, and you know what and where. And you can say, well, it doesn't matter. When people say, well, it doesn't matter and who cares, I go like this. You've heard me say it. I'm saying it again. We need to care. We need to care deeply about this journey that we're all on, not only to better ourselves, but to better all of those around us who seek themselves through you. Because that's what this, and I've said, oh, I do repeat, that's what power-filled people are about. It's not about us. It's not about us. It's about being able to enable you to see the greatness in you, the royal, the regal, the refined, the majesticness that's within you. And everyone has it, but it has to be showcased through love and compassion. As someone said to me, don't get a big head, because that doesn't serve anybody. It doesn't even serve you. You might think it's serving you for the moment, but it doesn't serve you at all. That said, let me share this with you. Every Monday now, for my Facebook Lives, Joyful Monday, I have a new format going, and it's going to be inviting you to come in. Current topics talking about any and everything, and there's a contest going on there. And it's about you coming, inviting friends, putting a comment, writing style, STYLE, in the comments, and then the initials of the person who invited you. I don't know if that really matters, because sooner or later you'll get the prize and the person who invited you will get the prize, and we'll be able to decipher that. That's every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my Facebook Live. And then on Wednesdays, which is tomorrow, and it'll be my first, on my Facebook business page, and the link is there on the poster, which I will post later, and the VA that I have will be posting it for tomorrow on all the platforms. It's Communicate to Influence. It's every third Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. They are all three of them at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is all about communications. I'm not going to give you the title, because when you go and see it, I want you to take a look, and then I want you to join me. The intention here, my friends, is to build a community, and the community cannot be built without you. Looking for like-minded, and maybe those who maybe don't agree, but have an insatiable curiosity, as I have, and want to know a little bit more. Communicate to Influence tomorrow on my business page at 3 p.m. And then my Leading Ladies, my 7 p.m. broadcast will be at 7 p.m. But this is at 3 p.m. And then every fourth Friday of the month, it will be Behind the Scenes. Oh, I like to say behind the scenes, behind the curtains. Doesn't everybody like a little mystery and a little intrigue? And what was that again? And what did you say? Behind the scenes. It's all in my Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies Facebook group. It's all going to be about style, method, techniques, how you show up, questions that you have, any and every Q&A. The intention is to do it Facebook Live, and then to add in the Zoom to go into the Leading Ladies group. Most of you know I'm not a techie, but I will get there. I have the patience. I hope you have. We will make it work. But if you can join, and every time you come, every Monday, every third Wednesday of the month, every fourth Friday of the month, as I began, I thought I'd start this month, but it looks like it'll be next month. But I'll tally up and see what happens for this month of April. And then we'll really start this to rock and roll. And I will give it more clarity for you as you come, so you can win this silver package. Now, what is the silver package? I have put together for my masterclass 3 style packages. Step into your style now, today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, today. And that's a silver package, which is 3 booklets, all on style, and 2 bonuses with 3 videos explaining what it's all about. And after it's all over, you'll want some questions and you'll want to know more. And then there's a link for you to connect with me, and we can bump it up to see what could be more, because there's so much more. You see, we as women, going away in some manner or style from this pivot like a pro, an expert or pro, but yet it's connected, my friends. We as women, we have been so programmed and so conditioned that we really think it's about our bodies. And it's not. Our femininity, our sensuality, and our sexuality, they're all combined, the three of them. It's not one from the other. But our conditioning has been, and this is sad to say, but it's the truth, my friends, it's all built on your sexuality, especially in the entertainment industry and the fashion industry, which I love. Truth be told, that's it. But that's not true. And that's why so many women began to feel invisible, insignificant, ignored, because they don't have that, they feel, because that's what we've been programmed to think. And as my beautiful friend said to me a week or so ago, we, you, me, all of us, we have to deprogram this conditioning that we've all been under this umbrella. Nothing wrong with being sexy, but you're more than that, so much more than that. When you stand in your power, your divine power, and you begin to feel who you are and know who you are, you stand in your greatness. I think Les Brown hit it on the nail when he said everyone has greatness in them. So many women feel, love that word feel, that they lose it after a point. It's nice to be young. We all remember. But that fades. And if you don't learn and get to know all this other that's major for all of us, then you'll fade too. And it doesn't have to be. So I'm inviting you to step into this change, this rebirth, this rejuvenation, this reinventing you. Whatever higher source is yours, began to envelop all the possibilities that are waiting for you. Blending. And I love the word blending as much as I love the word birth and build. They're all B words, good B words. Build and blend them together because they need to be together. None of us, not one single one of us, as much as we all love technology, this is what's happening if we allow it to happen. Your assignment is mine and mine is not to allow this. Love technology as I do. Let us not become clones. Let us not become complete and total followers without any thinking involved, with the heart and the soul connected. Because the best leaders know how to follow. They also know how to apologize. They know how to forgive, and they know how to move on. That's why the quote, change the changeable, accept the unchangeable, and remove yourself from the unacceptable. And there's so much out here, my friends, that's completely and totally unacceptable. Your assignment and mine is to recognize that and to know what it is. There's something in the air and it's good. It's exciting. It's also a little nerve-wracking. There's so many words for it. Change, shift, pivot, transform, reinvent. It's all one and the same. It's time to go deep, probe, and know where you are and where you stand. Where does that truth, love, and beauty fit with you? And how does integrity and honor align with that? What is your pattern of behavior? And how do you separate fated and free will? And how does that connect and tie in for you with leadership? Leadership of you first and then others. No one leads anyone without first knowing themselves. That doesn't mean you're all knowing. That doesn't mean that you have everything under control, the word that I don't like. That doesn't mean that you are knowing how to manage everything about you. It means that you're in the process of. And the process of is a journey. My friends, I'd love to tell you that it ends, but it never ends. You'll get to be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and it'll still be something there that continues on and on. First off, you will be continuing on and on and on. But that said, just remember that the journey of change is in the air, and that change has to begin with us first. And I speak to predominantly women who, like myself, might have felt and feel. Sometimes it's so hard for us to be honest with ourselves that maybe you've lost your mojo and that wow factor is gone, and you say, what the heck, who cares? Well, you need to care, and you do care. Maybe you just don't know what to do and how to go about what to do. And let me share with you that a lot of the other generation as well, they're lost too. I repeat this, it seems like every broadcast that I do, because it disturbs me, it unnerves me. And I'm saying, before the pandemic hit, I volunteered with these young juvenile delinquent girls, of which I almost became one. And it tore at my heartstrings, because you read and you hear everywhere that the suicide rate, it really baffles me, because I'm saying, what happened? Every older person is tempting to be forever young. Every young person saying, I don't ever want to get old. We've got to blend. We've got to get the mean there. We've got to get the middle. And your assignment and mine is to be the instrument, the example, the guide, the way shower that exemplifies the best in both worlds. Because until we can do that, I don't see a change coming. And that change is in the air. But we, you, me, all of us, we're a part of it. We cannot run away anymore. This is if you're in leadership and you care. Not everyone does, because they're in that huge collective where everybody's running around in the maze. Truth be told, as much as it hurts me to say this, we were all there at some point in time. That's why you can't throw shade. You can't be a naysayer. You can't be judgmental, because that's the cycle of life, and it happens. Our assignment is to wake up and do all that we can, whatever arena we're dancing in, to make it a good dance. I have this lovely friend. I want to end with this. She's now working with people who were incarcerated and now who want to get out and get back into the job market and finding it difficult. She has put together a program and a podcast that will blow you away. And it's called Release to Shine. If you get a chance, go pop in and listen to her, because she is not only with those who are middle-aged, the women and men who feel that their wisdom has been put aside and they're discarded. Oh, no. She's saying, no, this is when you begin to celebrate and shine. Love this woman, love the work that she's doing. And I love to vet and edify other people. Release to Shine is the podcast. Go listen. Her name is Megan Wade. I interviewed her a couple of weeks ago, doing phenomenal, fantastic work, as are so many other women that I know, men and women that I'm connecting with now today. I fall in love because my heart is so overflowing with all the great work that so many people are doing. And I bet you're a part of that. And I want to connect with you. So that said, the time goes here. I got carried away. I didn't put up my Facebook business link. This is where you'll join me tomorrow for my Communicate to Influence and my masterclass. It'll be in July, but go and register. It's a long way away, but you know how time flies. And in conjunction with that, I also want you, if we've not met before and you're interested in having a conversation and seeing if we can make it a win-win for both of us, I'd love to interview men and women and put them in the spotlight, because we all need to hear each other's story. And everybody has a story. So make a screenshot or a snapshot and go there. My friends, I don't know where. I say it every week. I said I need another ending. The time flies. It goes so quickly. But I want you to know this. You are a pro. You are an expert at whatever you're doing. If you are on the journey of discovery of you. And I send you, as I do each and every ending, much, much love from my heart to your heart. Embrace it. Take it to heart. Be and stay well. Until the next time, like how about tomorrow night? I'll see you soon. Much love, my friends. Cheers.